Hey you guys, Interstellar is a masterpiece, and 10 years later, it's still one of the few movies that can affect me emotionally by the mere thought of the film. As fans of sci-fi, I think that deep down, we're all curious. Not only curious about the unknown in space, but also curious about the unknown within ourselves. I think movies where a character is willing to sacrifice everything in the pursuit of a higher purpose resonates with us deeply. Because on some level, we all want to be heroes in our own story. Interstellar effectively allows us to empathize with Cooper's sacrifice. Cooper's journey of sacrifice and discovery in Interstellar shares deep thematic links with many classic sci-fi tales, while also putting unique twists on the archetypal hero's odyssey. At the core, Cooper embodies the noble selflessness of astronauts in films like 2001: A Space Odyssey, Contact, and The Martian. Like Dave Bowman venturing through the Stargate and Ellie Arroway transmitting across the galaxy, Cooper leaves behind everything he knows, including his beloved daughter Murph, to explore the unknown and secure humanity's future. This willingness to abandon life on Earth and be separated from family for the greater salvation of our species connects him firmly to those courageous sci-fi explorers. The emotional trauma of saying goodbye to Murph finds parallels in other separation scenes in space movies. However, where Interstellar takes a gut-wrenching spin on the classic premise is in its manipulation of relativistic time dilation. When Cooper and Brand returned after just a few hours on Miller's planet, due to its severe time dilation effects, over 23 years have elapsed for Romilly aboard the Endurance. This vast discrepancy is viscerally conveyed through Romilly's aged appearance and disjointed sense of disconnect. We can only imagine the crushing isolation and warped perspective that would have come from experiencing 23 years of isolated existence. Not knowing whether the crew had died on Miller's planet, do you think that you could have waited on the ship for 23 years? Let me know what you would have done. In the scene, Romilly describes it as like waves washing over him, entire chunks of lifetime drowned out by passing moments. He more than likely slowly watched recordings of his former self age through the years without any living companionship. We glimpse an initial hint of just how traumatic rippling time can become over decades plus scales. There is a haunting quality to Romilly's eyes that seem drained of vitality. No doubt this took an enormous psychological toll that eroded his spirit through abandonment and solitude. The sensation of becoming unstuck would only compound exponentially the longer the years tally, as he had no frame of reference for when or if the crew would even return. So while brief on screen, the distortion experienced by Romilly aboard Endurance lays vital emotional groundwork for Cooper's ultimate sacrifice. It shows the sheer inhumanity relativistic exploration across the stars can unleash, squeezing lifetimes into fading moments. A cold equation indifferent to our limited human apprehension of existence. This temporal discrepancy foreshadows the even more dramatic leap when Cooper falls into the black hole and gets deposited through the Tesseract, where over 60 years pass for Murph back on Earth. So while clearly echoing the noble sacrifice theme, Interstellar amplifies it unprecedentedly through relativistic time tricks. Cooper's journey resonates with a profoundly deeper loss. Even as he saved Earth itself through the vital data he gathered and transmitted, his own world, in the form of his daughter, significantly eroded away. By cleverly linking relativity into its emotional arc, Nolan managed to put an utterly distinctive spin on the classic sci-fi hero sacrifice. Cooper loses literal lifetimes with Murph rather than just years or months. This earns that tearful hospital reunion scene. And while there are many more reasons we love Interstellar, you don't want to miss my analysis of this movie right here.